Hey friends, welcome back to the show. So, after that huge viral success of Chris Martin's live performance that just absolutely blew up on social media, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I thought, why not make a full episode dedicated to the magic of live performances?
Oh, I love this! That Chris Martin clip was everywhere, and for good reason. It really reminded me why we go to concerts in the first place, There's just something different about it.
Exactly. And apparently, someone out there made a ranking of the best live performances of all time. It's been watched over 5 million times, so it's clearly struck a chord. I'm actually discovering it with you right now, live on air. We've got a top 5, and I'll tell you at the end if I agree or not. This is going to be fun.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. A top 5? This is like an Olympic event for music lovers. Who made it to the podium, John?
All right, kicking us off at number 5, Jeff Buckley.
Whoa, really? Jeff Buckley. That's a bold choice right off the bat. But I get it. His voice, it's just something else, isn't it?
I know, right? I didn't even know he could sing like that. You watch this performance and it's the magic of live music, isn't it? When an artist completely lets go. He starts soft and delicate, almost whispering, and then suddenly he just explodes, full release, going into these crazy high notes that seem to compete with the guitars, and then landing perfectly again, like it was effortless.
That's exactly it. That sense of raw, untamed talent. You just can't replicate that in a studio, can you? It's like he's channeling something bigger than himself. It feels almost sacred in a way.
No, you really can't. And that's the point the ranking makes. You can only get that kind of freedom live. Why? Because the stage is the only place where the song stops being a structure and starts being alive. In the studio, you're limited. It's verse, chorus, bridge, tidy production, 3 minutes 30 max. Everything's polished, perfect. But on stage, forget it. There are no rules.
That's so true! It's like the song has its own personality, and it just takes over. You might think you know a song inside and out, then you hear it live and it's a completely different beast. The crowd is there, the energy is insane, and suddenly, that song you thought you knew becomes something totally new. It breathes.
It breathes! Exactly. It's a conversation, not a replay. And Jeff Buckley at number 5? Honestly, watching that performance, it makes total sense. His ability to just lose himself in the moment, to let the song dictate where he goes, incredible.
I totally agree. It's that vulnerability mixed with immense power. He just lays it all out there.
Okay, so Jeff Buckley at 5, solid start. Who's next on this epic list? All right, moving on, number 4. This one really caught me by surprise, but I love it. The Goo Goo Dolls, Under the Rain.
Oh, Iris, right? That iconic performance, that one always gives me chills. I remember seeing clips of that. The imagery is just so striking.
That's the one. This is wild. They're performing in their hometown, Buffalo. It's 2004, something like 60,000 people in the crowd, and it's absolutely pouring rain. Torrential downpour. It actually reminds me of another moment, Pavarotti and Placido Domingo doing a huge charity concert at Wembley, and it's raining like crazy there too. Princess Anne is in the front row, and everyone around her has these huge umbrellas.
Oh, I remember that. It was a legendary moment itself.
Yeah, and people behind them start yelling, "Put the umbrellas down, we can't see." So Princess Anne, without a moment's hesitation, just stands up, turns around and goes, "Everyone, close your umbrellas." And suddenly, you've got the royal family completely soaked, watching an opera in the rain. It's just this moment of pure shared experience.
That's amazing. And that's exactly what the Goo Goo Dolls performance captures too, right? That sense of we're all in this together. Everyone's drenched, the cameras are covered in water, but no one cares. In fact, it probably enhances the experience. It becomes part of the memory, part of the story.
Absolutely. It's pure communion. The music, the weather, the crowd, all becoming one huge wave of emotion. You watch the video and you can almost feel the rain. The cold, but also the warmth of that collective energy. Dangerous, sure. Electricity and rain aren't exactly best friends. But that's the beauty of it, that mix of chaos and unity. It adds to the legend.
It really does. It's those moments of slightly controlled chaos that make live shows so memorable. The unexpected element. You wouldn't trade it for anything. Okay, so that's a powerful number 4. What about number 3? I have a feeling I know this one based on our opening chat.
You guessed it, Lydia. Number 3, of course, is Coldplay. That performance, the one that started it all, the one that went viral and inspired this very episode.
Ah, yes! The one that launched 1,000 memes and probably reignited everyone's love for yellow. It was just perfect. The lighting, the stripped-back feel.
Exactly. There's even a rumor, I don't know if it's true, but it adds to the mystique, that Chris Martin had just broken up with his fiancée right before that show, and he sang that night like his heart had just shattered. And you can almost feel it, you know? The emotion is so raw.
Wow, I hadn't heard that rumor, but it completely tracks with the intensity of the performance. It just amplifies that feeling of vulnerability that we were talking about with Jeff Buckley. But what I loved about that Coldplay show, aside from Chris's incredible delivery, was the setup.
The setup is incredible. They're in the middle of a massive stadium, 100,000 people easily. But the band is performing on a tiny round stage right in the center. It feels so intimate, like they're just around a campfire, playing for a small group of friends. That's the magic of Coldplay, isn't it? Even at their biggest, they find a way to make it feel personal, like a secret just for you.
Totally. That little stage just draws you in. And the YouTube channel that filmed it is called First Row Concert. And honestly, that's exactly what it feels like. Being right there in the first row with Chris and the guys. No giant screens, no pyro, no fireworks, just them, a small circle of light, and 100,000 hearts beating as one. It's really powerful.
It really is, and it actually reminds me of Peter Gabriel back in the day. He used to do these wild things during his shows, like diving into the crowd and literally crowd surfing back to the stage. Once, security stopped him mid-surf because he was covered in stage makeup and looked just like one of his own fans.
No way! What happened?
He said, "I'm Peter Gabriel, I'm the singer." And the guard, completely unfazed, just deadpanned, "Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. Now get back." Meanwhile, the band was still playing, completely oblivious. That's the kind of chaotic, unpredictable magic that makes live shows truly unforgettable, the raw human element of it all.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Can you imagine? I love that story. It just shows how easily those lines can blur in the heat of the moment, and that's part of the fun. So, we've had Jeff Buckley, the Goo Goo Dolls, Coldplay. Who takes number 2 on this incredible list?
All right, number 2, Oasis.
Yes! Oh, Oasis. Now you're talking. That's a classic choice. The Gallagher brothers, legends, enemies, all at once. What a dynamic.
Right. That love-hate relationship, that constant tension, it honestly gave us some of the greatest moments in rock history. You've got Noel, the songwriter, the brain behind so many of those anthems. And then Liam, the voice, the swagger, the guy who sings like he's daring you to interrupt him. It's pure attitude.
Absolutely. Liam's stage presence is just iconic. That stance, hands behind his back, chin raised to the sky, that almost sneering delivery. You just know it's Oasis the second he opens his mouth. It's a whole mood.
It is. That arrogant tone, that sneer, that's the charm. It's not supposed to be polite, it's rock and roll. They fought, they broke up, they might reform, who knows? It's always a drama with them. But every time Liam steps up to the mic, it's just electrifying. And the songs? They're timeless. Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger. They're more than just rock songs. They're cultural DNA at this point. Everyone knows them, everyone sings along.
They truly are. They tap into something universal. I remember seeing them way back, and the energy was just palpable. The whole crowd singing Wonderwall back to them was just an unforgettable moment. It's like a collective experience of pure, unadulterated rock and roll joy.
Yeah, it's amazing how those songs transcend generations. My daughter actually dragged me to see them once. We were definitely the oldest people there, by a good margin. And when I asked her why she loved them so much, she said, "Because when Liam sings, it feels like he's about to spit on the world." And honestly, she's right. That's rock and roll. That defiance, that raw edge, it's what people crave.
Haha, that's a perfect description actually. It's not about polish, it's about passion and attitude. That's why Oasis holds such a special place for so many. So, the tension, the swagger, the anthems, all making for an undeniable number 2. All right, John, the moment of truth. Who takes the top spot? Number 1.
All right, number 1. And honestly, I'm surprised but also kind of happy. Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac! Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't see that coming, but you know what? When you think about it, it makes so much sense. Their live shows are legendary, the history, the chemistry.
The concert they're referring to in the ranking was in 1997. That's 30 years after the band formed. And yet, watching it, it still feels so alive, so relevant, so timeless. There's something really reassuring about that, I think. that young audiences today are still voting for real musicianship, for raw emotion, for genuine artistry over spectacle.
It speaks volumes, doesn't it? That kind of enduring appeal comes from a depth that goes beyond trends. And with Fleetwood Mac, you have all those interwoven personal stories playing out right there on stage. The unsaid words, the glances. It's almost like a live play, really.
It truly is. There's this one passage near the end of the performance. It's like a loop, an endless ad libitum, meaning without limit. The song just keeps spiraling higher and higher. Pure emotion, no end in sight. That's what pop singers used to do, lose themselves in the performance. Fleetwood Mac weren't just playing songs, they were living through them, reliving all those histories and emotions right there on stage.
And the fact that Stevie Nicks was singing that song directly in front of her ex, Lindsey Buckingham, who was playing guitar right there, it adds a whole other layer of intensity. Awkward, sure, but also raw, human, and utterly unforgettable. You can't fake that kind of history.
Exactly. It's all out there, the vulnerability, the tension, the years of shared experience. It's what makes it so compelling. So yeah, you, the internet, voted Fleetwood Mac as #1. And you know what? Watching it, I totally get it. It's a masterclass in emotional performance.
It's a fantastic list. I mean, every one of those choices brings something unique and powerful to the idea of a live show. Each one captures a different facet of that magic.
Totally. If it were up to me, I'd probably go Fleetwood Mac #2, Jeff Buckley #3, Chris Martin #4, Oasis 5, and the Goo Goo Dolls somewhere down there in the rain. But hey, that's the beauty of live music, isn't it? We all have our own moments, our own chills, our own memories that resonate differently.
It really is so personal. That's why these discussions are so great. It makes you think about your own favorite concert memories, what stood out for you and why. It's not just about the notes played, it's about the feeling, the connection.
Absolutely. It's about being present, being part of something bigger than yourself. So keep singing in the rain, my friends, but please, watch out for electric guitars and short circuits, safety first. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride through the best of live performances. We'll catch you next time.